We'll call the meeting to order. Our mayor is out of town tonight, and our mayor pro tem has moved on to other form of public service. And so I've been asked to chair the meeting tonight. So please call the roll.
Hallie?
Yes.
Adam?
Yes.
Silvers?
Yes.
Revelinsky?
Yes.
Motti?
Yes.
I got Julie over here.
Next on our agenda is the consent agenda, which is approval of minutes from the September 12th meeting and approval of claims in the amount of $877,196.17.
Move to approve. Second.
Moved by Monty, second by Adam. Please call the roll.
Motti?
Yes.
Adam?
Yes.
Silvers?
Yes.
Hallie?
Yes.
Revelinsky?
Yes. Next we'll move on to appearances before the council. And we have some representatives from our Oktoberfest group. Dave Neff, and is that Karen Hardy?
Yes. Yes.
Karen.
Karen Hardy.
Please.
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
council members, chief, thank you very much for the opportunity to present to you this evening our plans for the 5th annual Oktoberfest for Fairfield. This is in conjunction, of course, with First Friday's Art Walk, and we would like to review a little bit, give you some background, and then have a request for you. In your packet, there's a press release that gives most all the details that will be going out to the media. Is that close enough? Okay, thank you. And we'd like to highlight some of these for you. In the past, we have provided the running of the wiener dogs in my travels of the past day. In fact, when I left Cleveland this morning, one of the presentations coming across was about an Oktoberfest in Galena, and they were running wiener dogs also. So we must be the one that sparks these ideas here in Fairfield. Anyway, so that'll be happening. Horse-drawn carriage, rides, all kinds of food, and of course the quilt show. This is a biennial event, and this takes place inside the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. And so we want to make sure that they are recognized for all their efforts along the way. Quilt extravaganza on this. And all of the locations that will have the art galleries open are listed, and even the Carnegie Historical Museum. So we're bringing in quite a bit. This is the year that we're trying to help coordinate and kick off the Maslin Barns also. In the past, we had invited German motor cars, and I guess if I'd have been quick enough to realize that one of your council members was in that mode, we would have stayed with that, but this is the year of the horses. And we're highlighting the draft horses that made Jefferson County one of the capitals for Percherons and other draft horses back in the 1920s. And this will help kick off the soft opening for the Maslin Barns this weekend of October 8th also. We have world champion Gail Swan with his Percheron team. He's only going to bring 2 instead of 6 because it's a little bit easier to operate. But they will be in the parade. We also have Don Garrett's been invited, depending on a few family things that he will be here. 4-H riders, Lockridge Rough Riders, and we do have an opportunity for folks that will be following the parade, so the streets will be clean after the parade. But the Year of the Horses is upon us on this. We'd like at this time to request, we've already applied and have been approved, first of all, as far as the beer garden, located in the northwest corner of the square, and on your map we have that highlighted. I think it's the last page of your packet on there. This will follow the same format that the Live on the Square has been, where tickets will be sold, IDs will be enforced, wristbands, double fencing around this. No children will be allowed in this restricted area. The Eagles will be the ones who have the licensing, and they will be providing all of the coverage on that. We would also like to request police escort, and I understand that possibly the fire engine may be involved. I don't know for sure, but between the 2 offices there, I'm sure we'll have somebody to lead the parade to take us from the Fairfield High School It will proceed west on Broadway to Central Park, and at that point, the mayor, Karen, and myself will depart from the carriage and go to the gazebo for the tapping of the cake, and the parade will continue on north to the Civic Center and around and back to the high school, since the parking for horse trailers and things will be adequate at that area. We've already obtained permission from the high school to do that. What we'd also like to include on this, and it's been marked for our carriage rides, covering the south side of the square on Burlington. They will come through, and we've decided it's easier to have the getting on and getting off of the carriage on the east side of the square. So we'll have that taken care of, but mainly the parking space on the south side of the square. And then the fourth request is the temporary blocking of Broadway as the parade comes in. We will not take up any of the parking spaces just to control the traffic for the chief or the fire department and the carriage and the horses to come through. Once the parade is complete, then all of the parking spaces will be open. We will not request that any be blocked off along the north side of the square. So with that, we would ask your permission to proceed with this. We also have the participation of another councilman, Mr. Halley, who will be our announcer for the parade, telling the folks as they come to the square with the 4-H and the other announcements on there. So we appreciate your participation. Are there any other questions you'd like to ask of Karen and myself on this?
Sounds like a great event. Council, any questions?
Always like to check in with Chief Harvey, make sure she's on board.
We're good. You just came and talked to me about 2 months ago.
Good enough for me.
Why did you move from the south side for the horse rides to the east side? What was the reason for that?
The thought was that there would be a little bit easier access, especially with kids getting on and off, as opposed to just stopping right in the middle of the square on the south. So we discussed it, and the committee felt that would be a recommendation we'd like to do this year.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Second. A comment before we vote. I really think it sounds like a great event, and I really support the Oktoberfest. I wish you would move the beer garden indoors, and you would have my yes vote, but because it's not. So please call the roll.
Adam.
Yes.
Silvers. Yes. Motti.
Yes.
Revelinsky.
No.
Hallie.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your endorsement.
Next on our agenda is Fairfield India Community. Do we have a representative here from the Fairfield India Community? So apparently they did not make it here tonight. They can always sign up for another meeting. So we'll move on to resolutions, action items, and ordinances. And the first is an ordinance regarding rezoning of the property next to Logley's. And this is ordinance number 1074, I believe. Okay, thank you. 1072, which is this is the third and final reading to rezone the property next to Logley's from an R2 to a B1 general business district. Is there anyone here to speak on this ordinance? Seeing no one from the community, and council, any discussion on this ordinance?
I haven't had it.
I'll move to approve.
Moved by Hallie,
Second.
second by Silvers. Please call the roll.
Hallie.
Yes.
Silvers. Motti.
Yes.
Adam.
Yes.
Revelinsky.
Yes. And the next on our agenda is ordinance, the second reading of the Home Occupation Regulations Ordinance. And Jeff, can you tell me what that is? That's 1074? Okay. And so this ordinance redefines our requirements to get approved for a home occupation permit. And this was, to remind everybody, this was in preparation to allow the permits to be approved by the city staff and not to be reviewed by the council itself, unless there's some extraordinary
They
case.
still have appeal process.
There'll be
but-
appeal process to
but
the whole
staff
council.
will handle the majority of it.
That's it.
Sounds good.
And the thing that was added to the ordinance, just to point out, the new section in the ordinance is that there's a prohibition against transferability of the home occupation to any firm, individual, or other address, obviously without further approval by the council or by the city. And then there's also prohibition against vehicular or pedestrian traffic in excess of that which is normally associated with residential uses in the same zone.
And Jeff, did we let it at the same fee, the $10 fee? Is that, did the fee stay the same?
Yes.
And the inaudible and all those things, where it's at, it stayed the same too? In visibility and audibility and all those kind of things that was in the other one?
Yeah, those were just the two changes that John pointed out were the only two from
Okay.
that. Other than, of course, the change from the council to the staff.
So this would be this, we consider now a motion to move this from the second to the third reading.
So moved.
Moved by Hallie,
Second.
second by Monty. Please call the roll.
Hallie,
Yes.
Marty,
Yes.
Revelinsky.
Yes.
Adam,
Yes.
Silvers. Yes.
Next, we will move on to a second reading of ordinance number 1075. This is ordinance amending the speed limits along Highway 1, south and north. This is a public hearing. If there are anyone here in the audience who would like to speak regarding this issue. Yes, Mr. Stride. David, please identify yourself. And
David Stride, I'm the Chief Administrative Officer at MUM. Myself and Tom Brooks, who's the Chief Operating Officer, met with Frank Raker at the Iowa Department of Transportation today to discuss this